Right. Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Geminis, this is a very belated video for you. Well, everybody's going to have really belated videos. I'm sorry, I've been away for a whole week. Finally, I think, got some rest. I've had a family emergency that we've been dealing with, and it's been a really tough time. But let's go ahead and get us caught up, shall we? So, Geminis, you were the next in line when I disappeared for me to do a storytelling where I was looking at what is the energy around the Gemini that makes other people drawn to the Gemini? What is attractive about the Gemini? All too often in storytelling, we get really stuck on all of the drama and the things external to our lead character, but this is one that's just about our lead character. Hi, Jamie. So good to see you. So first off, we've got the Fool in the reverse. So one of the things that people notice about our Gemini right now is they don't just run off half-cocked. They're not this sudden like burst of chaotic energy that just says, "Oh, I'm going to do whatever," and not think about it. It doesn't mean our Gemini isn't brave, but it does mean that our Gemini um, comes across as a character who would be mindful that the things they do in life have reactions. And so this Gemini is a more thoughtful person. We also have the Hierophant also in the reverse. Gemini is not rigid in their thought processes. They come across as somebody who might have a much more broad sense of, when new information is presented, it challenges my ideas. I can change. I'm not stuck in an egoistic view where it's like, well, because I believe this once, that has to be true. Nothing can challenge that, or I feel like there's no ground under me. This is a Gemini who might have changed their opinions on ideas, or they're just more broad minded. They might be able to accept people across all different cross sections of life who have different beliefs, different ways that they've been raised, different concepts. This Gemini could also be someone who has a different concept when it comes to romance and long-term relationship. They may be someone that goes, you know what, you can love somebody and choose to stay committed to them and not need a legal piece of paper that defines, oh, this is how it's going to be, this is now the only person I can ever be with, this has to, you get married, you stay married. They may be a little bit more I don't want to say like free spirited, because this doesn't mean that our character is not mindful or committed. In fact, quite the reverse. With the Fool in the reverse, it says our Gemini doesn't just randomly do things without thinking about it, but nor are they trapped in a rigid thought process. So basically, this is a Gemini I would totally be friends with. We have a Three of Swords also in the reverse. I don't know what all the reversals are about in this deck right now, but that's a really good one to see in reverse. The things that make this Gemini attractive to others is that they don't indulge in self-pity. They don't wallow in the yesteryears and the things that already happened and the disappointments and the stuff that didn't go well. They kind of suck it up. I mean, it doesn't mean that they aren't, someone who can get brokenhearted, but they're like, life is too short to live in a broken heart. There's more up ahead. If something breaks my heart, the thing I should do is move forward. They probably don't hold on to old mementos that hurt them either. And I think that's a really important message. They are someone where if a situation has gone really sour, I think that this Gemini intentionally gets rid of the sour memories. They might still hold on to the love that they have for someone, or they hold on to good stuff that came out of, I just spit everywhere. They might hold on to good stuff that comes out of things, but if they have, those old painful, text messages, emails, they might get rid of those. If they have, oh, that every time I look at my ex's sweatshirt makes me cry, then why don't I just get rid of that? Hold on to the fact that, yep, once upon a time I loved hard, but if it didn't work out, I'm not going to hold on to the part that didn't work out. I'm only going to hold on to the good stuff. So I think that's a way in which our character is able to like release themselves from the bondage of pain and hurt energy. And I kind of think that's super brilliant. So right now we're shaping the description of a character who is they're kind of filled with wonder, and they don't have time. This Gemini does not have time for making a ton of mistakes. That's why they don't leap too fast to do anything, nor do they get stuck in the past, nor are they too rigid in their thought processes. This Boy of Cups, this is like, look, there's always going to be something else that is exciting, that there's a worthy reason to be alive on this planet and to go and seek out new amazing. Gail Rubin, oh my God, thank you so much. You are so incredibly generous. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. You are so kind. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Yael, that's beyond generous. Thank you, sweetheart. Um, I'm sorry that derailed me for just a moment. What an incredible, incredible gift. Thank you, honey. Um, with this Boy of Cups, this is like our character knows that there will always be positive things to experience in life. So why not spend more time seeking those? When something is sour, like, do we keep a fridge full of soured food? No, we throw it out, we get the stink out of the house, and then we go buy new groceries, you know? Um, even if it's unfortunate because something soured before we get a chance to actually eat it. It's like, oh man, what a bummer. Well, all right, maybe I'll find something even better out there. I just feel like our Gemini is all about continuously seeking. Somebody could be really interested in understanding emotions. They could also be very interested in Aries, hush. It's just our mailman. Hush, my love. You don't have to protect. Good boy. It could be one of those situations where somebody really likes the ocean, but it's because of that metaphor where it's like, what else lingers deep down inside of us. This Gemini has the ability to go deep in themselves. They have the ability to make amazingly profound connections with others. They might like to explore emotional bonds, but they don't get hung up on, well, because I made a bond with somebody, it has to be there for the rest of my life. Instead, they go, this is an amazing gift to meet someone that I bond with, that I get to explore with. And for whatever time we're in each other's worlds, this will be a wonderful, satisfying. It's like eating a delicious ice cream. It will melt away if we don't finish eating it, so I better eat it now. Maybe there will be more where that came from, or maybe it's just one nice sweet treat and then we still have to move on in life. But this Gemini has this really kind of like amazing perspective. It's not easy come, easy go, because things matter to this Gemini, but they recognize like I'll say the brevity of life. Life is not so long, but it's long enough if we make use of every awesome experience we can have. So this Gemini kind of comes across as a bit of like a natural philosopher to me. They come across as somebody who is able to allow themselves to walk through new doors, to not hold on tight and demand things have to be their way. They're much more easygoing. Now, I can understand why that would be very attractive to others, because they're probably not attempting to micromanage. No, this Gemini comes across as very happy. This Gemini could also have a really colorful kind of personality. They may decorate their homes in colorful ways. Somebody might have a glass collection, blown glass or something. Maybe they are a glass blower. These are all really remarkable different glassware to drink out of. This person might also be good at hosting events, hosting parties, enjoying making other people like come together and gather and just look at them more lighthearted. Like, isn't it great that right now we get to spend some time together? Cheers to everyone. And whatever comes next in life, you know what? It'll be an adventure for each one of us on our own journeys. I just feel like this Gemini has this way about them to make everybody's life feel a little bit brighter. They're good at uplifting other people's energy. So here's what I want to know is, if we've got, this is an amazing Gemini so far. They come across as mature, relaxed, a little bit, I'll say more evolved in the sense that they have a natural tendency to look at the big picture in life. We've got a 3 of Wands in the reverse. I was going to say, so if that's what makes them attractive to others, whom is like looking in Gemini's direction? Is it friends? Is it family? Is it romantic individuals? Well, first off, with the 3 of Wands in the reverse, and you notice we do have 3 people here. 3 of Wands is normally what I look at as like future energy, how we're going to look at the upcoming future. In the reverse is very much in the present. So this is not yet to come. We're now dealing with someone who is in the present of Gemini's world, possibly more than one person that are either wanting to be around this Gemini, gaining this could be this could be this is making me think of Yael Rubin right now. Yael, tip of my hat to you, darling. the Three Musketeers. And D'Artagnan, it's good to see you always. But this, sorry, that's a private joke. Well, it's not so private since it was a public conversation between myself and Yell, who's in the chat right now. But this makes me think of like the Three Musketeers, the Three Amigos. Maybe this is referencing a group of really close knit friends that the Gemini may have. But in the present moment, I feel like Gemini is being highly like recognized, and like there's good vibes in the moment from people that already know the Gemini, that kind of are, once in a while we get struck by, gosh, that person is so awesome. And it's like multiple people might be thinking that about our Gemini at this moment in time. Now, this is the Two of Swords, but you notice this is almost like a really nice depiction of Gemini, just considering the Gemini as two sides to them, right? The twinsies. I feel as if the Gemini, neither side of themselves, is aware of how amazing they are, which could be the other reason why multiple people that are close to Gemini right now are really admiring them. It's like, talk about humble. This is not a Gemini who struts around and does stuff for the accolades. They don't strut around and do stuff so that individuals will notice them and celebrate them. Their mind doesn't work that way. They're kind of blocked off to that. But it's so interesting because I feel like they've really made an impact in maybe a couple people's lives right now. Friends are in particularly really pleased, like kind of cherishing our Gemini right now. Oh, but it's funny. It might be all from a distance. We have the Hermit card. I feel like there's not a lot of conversation between Gemini and the individual or individuals that are thinking of Gemini. This could be that the Gemini has actually intentionally stepped away from someone who is thinking of them fondly from a distance. With the Two of Wands in the reverse and a Ten of Wands upright, this could actually be someone who, if Gemini actually cut somebody out of their lives, this person might be wanting to heal that rift, wanting to lay down those burdens. They're very, very focused right now on the Gemini and wanting to bring things into like a healed energy flow. This is needing to lay down burdens after some time period of silence. This is starting to look like whomever this is, or if it's a couple different people, and it still could be like a group of people, a group of family members, or it could just be one particular romantic partner, possibly a Virgo. They are thinking of this Gemini, and they're aware that the Gemini is probably not going to reach out to them, but they're thinking so fondly of the Gemini and this time and space of silence. And it seems like they know they really need to heal things. It's like they almost don't understand why have they allowed there to be a rift in the first place, when everything they think of when they consider the Gemini is how awesome the Gemini is. This is starting to look like we've got a person who they want to heal something. So far we don't have like apology. We have definitely reconciliation though. Could be a Scorpio, doesn't have to be, but this is somebody who wants very, very much. I feel like they think that they've done Gemini wrong. And it's really because as they think about who the Gemini is, what the Gemini brings to the table, how the very essence of Gemini, I don't know if this person misjudged, because the judgment card can be about judgment calls that we make. But it feels like somebody, as they really have time to step away and evaluate and think back to who our Gemini is, they recognize like the worth and the strength and the qualities of a Gemini, and that's what makes them say, I think I'm in the wrong here. I think I'm the one who needs to resolve this, because what I know about Gemini is that they're going to be just fine without me. The Gemini we just painted a picture of says, I can let go of heartbreaks. I can move forward. There will be someone else that I love. This person knows they're not getting Gemini back without them taking the initiative, because Gemini will always move forward. They'll always meet someone else wonderful. They'll always attract someone else wonderful. Their life is full. They're happy. They don't operate out of a deficit. When something doesn't work out, when a cup is empty or a cup is dirty, they don't try to drink out of it. There's nothing left to drink there. They move on. They don't pursue. This Gemini doesn't pursue anyone. They accept what is and they continue to move on. They don't really get hung up on it. What I would say is, in this overall message, this is a Gemini who did not let themselves get lost in heartbreak. And ironically, that's exactly why someone else is more in love with them, and someone else is wanting the reconciliation because they know they're dealing with a kind of a mature character who's not going to be doing the chasing, nor would they expect anyone to chase them. It simply is advocate for what you really want. This Gemini can release, they can let go. I don't think that's true for this other character who is more aware than ever that Gemini is a really kind of a special person that they've had the opportunity to meet. So this looks like they've got an intention that it's, if I want to talk to Gemini again, it's me that's got to do it. They're thinking about this really heavily in this moment and in this storytelling. Anyway, I'm going to leave that one there because, as I said, I wanted this storytelling to just be focused more on the Gemini, and what quality of character they are and what makes them so attractive, or the things that maybe our characters don't think about themselves. That's what I wanted to focus on in this one. And I'm sorry it took me so long to get to it, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your lovely energy on my channel. Thank you for being patient while I was away. I have a family member that ended up very, very ill because of what turned out to be a tooth issue. And from there, it's been a really difficult situation still is. But things are starting to get a little bit better. So thank you again for your patience. And I hope everybody is doing really well and really healthy. Colt, thank you so much. I'm glad you liked the top. It was a yard sale find. Hey, Skylark. Thank you, honey. You're so kind. Hi, Laura. I feel very much more rested. Thank you very much. Sophie, I'm delighted you caught us live today. Oh, spiritual warrior, right back at you. Lots of good vibes to you. Em, it's always wonderful to see you. Thank you, sweetheart. Hi, Carrie in Okinawa. Thank you very much. I send love right back to you. Yes, Cole, I agree with you 100%. I dig the yard sales. Yell, Ruben, give your puppy a scratch. Give your kitten a little tummy rub for me. You guys are amazing. Thank you again. Jenny, hi. Thank you for the hearts. Nicole, awesome. You keep it pushing. Right on. Huh. Not sure what that means, Bonnie, but no worries. No worries. I'm wishing you a better day. Jamie, it's really good to see you. Hi, Monica. Yes, indeed. We are live this morning. I'm going to try very hard to actually get through all zodiacs today. So I'm going to pop off and go get to several other storytellings today. So I'll see you guys in those next zodiacs. Some I'll do live. Some I probably will have to pre-record and release a little bit later today. But I'll see you guys again as soon as possible. All right. Lots of love. Hi, Dee. Good to see you. Thank you guys for giving a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.